of Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B rapping about their sexual prowess, talking about how they put it on dudes, talking about how they are skilled in the bedroom. You know who's done that before, listeners? Men. Men have done this all the time in hip hop. You know, people criticize hip hop sometimes for being too misogynistic in certain parts and all this stuff. But nobody really seems, after men have done this for all these years, Bryan, to get bent out of shape. But two women decided to do a video, which I will say, the video, if you like women of a certain body type, this was definitely very appealing. Outside of Kylie Jenner being in there, who had no reason to be there, it was definitely appealing to me. I was like, look good. The outfits look good. I actually don't mind the song. I think the song, the beat knocks on the song. I like the sample.
The beat is pretty.
The beat is dope. Yeah. I like the sample. It's dope to me. I'm messing with it. Cardi and Meg are rapping. Meg, I actually liked her verse more because I think she's a little bit better of a rapper. But I think that they did what they came to do. They came to talk their shit, and they did it. Now, Bryan, did you see some of the reactions on Twitter and some of these places?
So this is interesting because, like, I don't know if I did this for, like, a subconscious sort of mental health break, but since, like, Thursday, haven't really been on Twitter like that. I was on it a little more today earlier, but I haven't really been on since the song has been out like that. So, no, I have not seen a lot of the reaction to it, although I have my guesses as to what it could be, judging by everything that we've talked about since the song came out, and you kind of put me onto this, but, you know, I'll react in real time. Let's see.
Well, some of the reactions that I saw from some men, people who claim to be straight, I should be clear, be straight men here.
Yeah. And my quick searches before we started this, I did see some of that, yes.
And I saw some of these straight men saying they don't like WAP. To which I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
Why? Sorry, hadn't heard that before, but okay. Yeah. If that's how you get down, fine, whatever. Didn't understand that. Then there was another section, I think, of men who were like, oh, these women should be doing this. This is vulgar, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, really? I would like to be very clear about where I stand with women in hip-hop. And a lot of times we haven't given
by showing you my background of Lil' Kim, one of the greatest
albums
of the 1990s.
That's right. That's right. This album cover right behind me. I remember when I got this album, and I was hyped to hear this woman talking her stuff, and I thought it was sexy. Okay?
Okay, so we've talked about this before. When I heard the Get Money verse for the first time when I was maybe 11, 12. When I heard her Get Money verse for the first time, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So women
What's your favorite song on hardcore, by the way? What's your favorite song on hardcore?
On hardcore?
Yeah.
I had a real big thing. I loved Crush on You when I was a kid. I don't know if that song is aged as well with me. I think Big Mama Thing is probably mine.
Mine is Drugs.
Okay.
Drugs with the Biggie.
Yeah. No, that's a great song. Look, Kim at the time was ultra aggressive, doing some of the stuff that we saw Megan and Cardi saying in the song. So I guess what we're both saying here is this is nothing new. Foxy Brown and Kim did this in the 90s. It was nice to see these two sisters come together and talk their stuff. And I have no problem with that as a man. And I think if you have a problem with that as a man in hip-hop about the women talking their stuff, but you don't criticize the men for talking their stuff about what they want to do sexually, then what's wrong with you? Ask yourself why you're so mad at the ladies doing this, but you're not mad at the dudes doing this. I think it's fair to ask that question. Why? And maybe it's because you really don't like the women in the way you say that you do. That's my only conclusion to that.
Yeah, a lot of dudes struggle with, I guess, power dynamics, relationship dynamics, even sexual relationship dynamics of, you know, they want to be the one to be in certain positions, et cetera, et cetera. I agree. I mean, I don't think that we can be that hateful towards something like this. I mean, first of all, look at what the song is about. Like, if you're a straight man, if whatever.
Why don't you like this?
Yeah, right. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Like, if that's not your thing, that's not your thing, and that's cool.
Literally, yeah. This is literally we're the demographic for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for us. 2 Live Crew was doing it in the 1990s. And that's the thing where it's not even just 2 Live Crew. Literally, like 50 Cent, Jay-Z at times, Nas at times. Like, guys that we like. And this is something, like, I've been listening to for a long time from one side of the spectrum. The other side of the spectrum, there's like Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, as you mentioned. Now we have Meg and Cardi. Like, if you have your issues with the song as a song, like, do you think it's not not enough punchlines, not enough this, not enough that, then whatever. If it's like a musical breakdown to it, sure, but I'm not seeing that from the little bit that I've seen and from what you're telling me. Is I'm just seeing a lot of people saying women shouldn't talk like this, and it's like it reminds me of like when dudes try to police women on whether or not they could have abortions. You know what I mean? Stuff that just doesn't really like.
Well,
we're not.
Dudes shouldn't be policing women on that, period. But
Right.
dudes shouldn't be policing women on anything. You shouldn't. I don't think we should be. Not think we should. We should not be telling women what they should do with their bodies and their choices. And then hip hop is supposed to be this genre of music where it's supposed to be about freedom of expression. But here we are saying, nah, women, nah, you can't express yourselves this way sexually. There has to be balance in hip hop, and I say it for everything, and especially for the women. Now, has the hypersexualized rap for women been always pushed more to the forefront commercially? No doubt. Have people like Rhapsody got the same commercial shine? No. And that's a fair discussion to have. But that doesn't mean that you can't, like, I love Rhapsody, but I like this Meg and Cardi song, and I can like both. It's possible, guys.